Ricky Gervais' Humanity is a new stand-up show by Shock Ricky Gervais, his first one for 7 years, and it's available now on Netflix. So, this is a bit of a change of pace for me, because, well, first of all, I'm sorry there hasn't been anything up on the channel for like a month. I've had, because my printer decided it would be a fantastic time to break right at the start of the Easter holiday, so I basically had to wait until I got back to school so I could cheekily print my reviews off there. So that was 2 weeks down the shitter. I've had a hell of a lot of workload as well recently, and yeah, it's just not been all that good for the YouTube process, but I'm back. So yeah, Ricky Gervais' Humanity. So I previously reviewed a series of unfortunate events because I wanted to now that I had Netflix to, change it up a bit, and now I'm reviewing a stand-up gig. Is this a new direction for the channel? Will you never see new movie reviews again? Am I going to do a Muse Elk or an Angry Joe or whoever people like to scream at for abandoning like TF2 or game reviews or whatever they scream about? I don't listen to them. Well, nothing quite so drastic. It was just bad timing because in addition to my fucking printer deciding to break like the arsehole it is, I was planning to see Black Panther after reviewing a series of unfortunate events, but the UK, as the UK often does, shat all over everyone's plans and I got snowed in. So Black Panther will be my next review, like a month after I've seen it. So yeah, and then like 2 weeks after that, there was a massive heat wave, and now it's freezing again. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, what? Do we all get teleported to Westeros while I wasn't looking? And now we're just gonna have seasons of however long. But anyway, so yeah, Black Panther's my next review, but for now we're stuck with Netflix, and I had to find something a bit easier this time because it was hard enough trying to squeeze a 7-hour-long season of a TV show into my normal schedule. So hell, what could be better than a stand-up gig? Came out at the perfect time, really. Maybe the UK does have people's best interests at heart after all. Because all you can really talk about when reviewing stand-up is whether or not you thought it was funny. No terrible direction to take the piss out of, no crappy acting to, well, take the piss out of, no useless characters to trash. Just, was it funny? And yeah, it was funny. Thank you and good night. No, but seriously though, there's a bit more to it than that. So firstly, I haven't seen anything Ricky Gervais had anything to do with before this, or since this, as a matter of fact. So I didn't really know what to expect, but the short version is it's Gervais putting, he just talks about people and how they piss him off, as well as how the media can be a bunch of shit, and the internet can be a bunch of shit, how a lot of things can be a bunch of shit, and I was certainly interested in that. I love a good bit of satire, and people certainly piss me off too, so we're all in the same boat here at least. And I also began to realise that a good amount of people have been criticising him for this, for trying to defend himself too much or something, going like, meh, you're not allowed to say that, or meh, stop bullying people on Twitter. That's the noise that people make when they don't agree with someone. They go, meh. And, well, yeah, he is allowed to do that. I mean, I don't know when it became a rule that comedians aren't allowed to respond to their detractors, but there you go. And if you thought the whole Caitlyn Jenner fiasco at the Golden Globes was tasteless, that's fine, and sure, you can criticise him for that, but you can't say he's not allowed to defend himself. And if you're one of those people saying he shouldn't be writing jokes about people less popular than him on Twitter, or whatever their reasoning is, well, why? Like, no harm comes of it, no one's going to know who he's talking about, and yeah. But that's basically me padding out this review, because can only talk about much else. But what I would say negative about it is that it would be nice if he'd stop turning to the audience during his take on people being offended by his Caitlyn Jenner thing, like explaining it and why it's not offensive. Because every 10 seconds he's like, and this is not offensive because of that. And like, it just breaks the flow, and it just suddenly it makes it not funny anymore. And it would also be nice if he could transition between talking points a bit more smoothly, so it doesn't feel so completely obvious whenever there's a new section coming up, or as jarring. But now that we've talked about the stupid ways other people criticise this, and the perfectly sensible ways I criticised it, I think, let's talk positives. Like I said, there's not much to say because it's such a simple, thing. It's just stand-up, innit? But I thought Ricky himself, he's a bloody legend here. He's unafraid to speak his mind. He's clearly very comfortable on stage, even though he hasn't done one of these for 7 years. He's got a damn sharp wit, just everything a comedian should be, I think. And satire is one of my favourite forms of comedy. It just helps a bad situation if you're able to laugh at it. And he does it pretty brilliantly. Bringing up several things I hate about the world, the hypocrisy on the internet, the sensing of racism or transphobia or political agendas or anything that might make people incessantly scream SJW when no such thing exists. And, just the constant fuck-ups of us as a species. I just thought it was pretty good satire. Like, it's not... I wouldn't say it's as good or as out there as, I don't know, South Park or something like that. But, yeah, it made me feel better about bad situations. So, yeah. That's good. I just think that's kind of the mark of good satire to me. If it's funny, made me feel better about a situation or something, then yeah, it's got to have some worth to it. So yeah, I really enjoyed Ricky Gervais' humanity, and like I said, I just had to find some way to pad this out by defending him a bit. All you can critique in a stand-up is whether or not you thought it was funny, and yeah. But I didn't find it tasteless, and it certainly could have done with better transitions and a better opening 20 minutes, but I thought it was funny. So it passes. However, if you're easily offended, you should probably stay away. There's jokes about rape, transphobia, overpopulation, food allergies, just whatever. So if you know that you'll probably be offended by someone daring to make people feel better about these things, just maybe be a bit careful. Yeah, don't watch it out of curiosity and then start ranting at him on Twitter, because you're just providing him with new material, is what this taught me. So I'm going to give Ricky Gervais' Humanity an 8 out of 10. So guys, have you seen Ricky Gervais' Humanity? What did you think of it? Or who's your favourite stand-up comedian of all time? Whatever it is, let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.